Yo, what's going on, guys? So I'm doing this video for the card guys because I figured I'd hit Spoofy up, and Spoofy was definitely down for me to give him this video since he's in Atlanta, I'm in Florida. Uh, wouldn't be he had no way of and he went to a different regional. I was at the Miami regional yesterday on Saturday and went there with 2 hours of sleep, no play testing of Shaddolls because I've been playing Yosenjus for the last month, and picked up the Star Seraphs. I think I got like 3 games of testing in versus Necros, and I ended up getting seventh place at the regional. I think there were like 240 people somewhere in that area. It's 8 rounds. Um, I went 6-1-1. My only loss came in the last round to the only undefeated, who was also playing Shaddolls, but he was playing uh the Danko OTK variant with Eclipse Wyvern and Dark Arm Dragon, and he destroyed me with mind control both games. And then my only draw came against another Shaddoll deck. I'm not totally sure which version he was using. I didn't see Star Seraphs, and I didn't see Danko versus him either, so not totally sure. But we only went to he won game one. He opened like amazing, and then game two was just a really grind match where I ran out of all my fusions, and luckily I dealt like early damage and won game two in time. Uh, my matchups throughout the day were round one. I played against a Seraph zombie deck. The guy like didn't draw well at all in either game. And then round two was Necros. I 2-0'd. I opened Mistake and Crush Card game one versus him. Uh, what was it? Round three was Heroes. We went to game three, and I top decked the late game Soul Charge, and then had a Crush Card for defense when he tried to push for game. Round four was the Shaddoll player that I drew with. Round five was versus uh, Burning Abyss, I believe, or it was Cleese, one or the other, and then the other reverse. Pretty sure it was Burning Abyss, yeah. And so against Burning Abyss, game one, I was the only time I opened the stick and chair combo, and I went Illuminite, turn one with the stick and chair combo, pitched Kommanod, special Falco, and had like 5 cards in hand. So it was a really strong opening. He bricked also, so it didn't help him. Uh, and he ended up beating me really quick in game two, and then game three, I opened really strong again, and he couldn't do much. My ending field was Winda, Majesty's Fiend, and BLS. Then round I was five, so round six was Cleese, and games two and three I opened double MST for his Shadow Mirrors and Skill Drain, and that's probably the only reason I won, honestly. Round seven was Satellar Knights. The guy got a game loss because we got randomly deck checked. We were at table two, and he had a whole extra deck in his deck box, so we got the game one loss, and then I beat him in game two. It went on all the way through uh, into time, even with our time extension. It was like a really grindy match. And then in round eight, I lost to the Danko Dolls. I got 2-0'd by him because of mind control. He went first, set Hedgehog, I Regeki. I set my Hedgehog into Shadow Games, and then he summoned Danko, and then mind controlled my Hedgehog and went off. So yeah. Other than that, I'll do the deck profile and tell you what things I would have changed. There were a couple of changes that I wanted to do for the side and in the main, and maybe the extra. Yeah, and in the extra possibly if I can find the room. So yeah. All right, guys. So here's the my deck profile. The Seraph Shaddolls that I went 6-1-1 with at the Miami Regional the other day or yesterday. Um, my only draw was the Shaddolls, and my only loss was the Shaddolls in the final round. So yeah, let's get into it. It's 3 Falco. I probably would have rather played two, and I was discussing it on the way down there to only play two, but I stuck with three, and it was all right. But I gladly would have switched that third one out for a second dragon. Three Squamata was really good, no complaints. Two Beast was good. You don't really want to draw it too often. You only really want to draw it against the mirror match so you can tribute your fusion to put him down, and then they can't Shaddoll fusion out of their deck. Two Hedgehog was good. It never conflicted with Mistake at any point, so no complaints. One Dragon. I really wish I had two like the entire day. Uh, but yeah, other than that, that's the only thing I would change in that part of the monster lineup. And then three Math, pretty standard. Three of each. Star Seraph. I only opened the combo once all day, and I won very easily when I did open it. And yeah, two Veiler. This was mainly just meant to stop Trish for the most part. It stops other things, but that was the main reason. But I only played against one Necros, and so I was siding it out a good amount of times. But yeah, it was okay. I might change it for something else. One Pero. This was whatever. Never used its graveyard effect. I used it a few times to fusion with. Um, but yeah, I mean it's good to have engraved to be able to like basically play around Jinlock and a few other things. So it's good. And then BLS obviously wins games. It's 24 monsters. I'm pretty sure. Then there's the total of 5 fusion spells. This just because when you play against Necros, it's not as live. But it could easily go back to 3 because there's more like Shaddoll and Satellar Knights now being played. Yeah. And then the one Soul Charge. This was good like all day. I think I only lost one time when I activated it, and it was just because I was playing from like super behind when I did. And that was in round 8 against the Shaddoll guy. I was able to bring out a stick off of it and then do the stick chair combo, but that was the only other time I did the stick chair combo. So 2 times the entire tournament, I pulled off the combo. Once from my hand, and then once like really late game to win against the Teller Knights. The one Raigeki and the one Dark Hole. I cut the one Dark Hole and put 2 effect veilers in, so I played 41 cards. I don't. Maybe 2 Dark Hole would have been better. I don't know. It was fine, but obviously it's to get around like Jinlock for the most part. And same with Book of Moon, get around Jinlock. And any other like somewhat problem cards or stop my opponent from going into Mixed Seed or Book of Moon Dweller, stuff like that. Three Mistake was amazing. Anytime I opened it, I didn't open it too often. Only early in the day was I really drawing into it. But anytime I flipped this, I usually won. If it was against a deck that it like affected really well. 2 Shadow Games, it's good. 3's too foggy. Crush wins games. I only activated it twice and drew it 3 times. The third time I drew it, he scooped before I could even use it. But in round 2 versus Necros, I opened this and Mistake, and it was a blowout. And then it won me my game versus Heroes in game 3 when he went to attack for game. Shaddoll Core, obviously, so you can go into like anything you want to. And then the one Emptiness to basically just stop your opponent from playing games. Side and extra, so yeah, it was a 41 card main. Then side and extra, 2 Majesty's Fiend. This was really good. I mean, I think I only brought it out twice, and once against Shaddolls. He ran it over, but he Shaddoll fusion, so it stopped him from using the Shaddoll effects, and he just made Construct and attacked over it. But I dropped it against BA, and it was an auto win. He couldn't do anything. 2 Max C for like every single deck this format. It's really good. Probably worth maining over the effect veilers. Well, possibly. 2 Fire and Ice Hand. Just to get rid of floodgates, stuff like that, shadow mirrors, all those kind of cards. 2 Lancia. I only played against one Necros, like I had said, and it won me my game 2 though versus him since he couldn't trish me. And then 2 Mirror. Again, same with like Lancia. I did open it, but he MST'd it, so it was irrelevant. I would want to play 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror over this, so that when I get an established field with my deck and I'm going against the mirror match, I can flip it up and then they can't like do anything to me. Just like how 6 Sams used to do it with Royal Oppression. Get an established field, and then just flip it up on there for a special summon, and then the other guys scoop. 3 MST, same reason as Fire and Ice Hands, pretty much. Get rid of the Floodgates. And it's just back row 8. So that's the side. The extra deck, Illuminate. When I opened the stick chair combo, I went into him when I was going first, because what he does is you detach material to send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard to draw a card. So your Shaddolls activate when you send them to the grave from him. So I sent the Kommanod, I drew Effect Veiler, brought out Falco, and I'm pretty sure I had like 5 in hand with that on field. And on his turn, he went into Dante, and I Veilered the Dante, so he couldn't run this over. And on my next turn, I was able to get another draw and send, and it was just like a blowout with this card. I liked it way more than thinking I would if I just went like a turn on Ouroboros and just hit a card out of their hand. Like they could still like deal with that. Like it didn't like really do too much of a plus. It just wasn't worth it. 1 Deltaros, obviously, for the stick chair. Exiton, Castell, and Dweller. I think these are like the 3 like staple XYZs. I mean, you can make arguments for Cowboy, Rebellion Dragon, and Rhapsody, but the only one I went into was Dweller. I think I went into him like twice. Black Rose, Arcanite, and Leo. The only synchro I wish I had also played was a level 5 synchro. There were multiple times where I had a Mathematician Falco on field and I couldn't do anything with them. And then the pretty standard 3 Construct, 2 Winda, and 2 Shek. I wish I could play 3 of all of them. 3 Shek before 3 Winda though, but there's just like not enough room. So other than that, the deck ran really smooth. I only bricked maybe like one. They weren't even bricks. They were just like not as good hands as my opponent opened, and they were against like the mirror match, so they just like blew me out pretty much. But other than that, the deck ran really well. I'll work on tweaking it a little probably, but pretty happy with it. So thanks for watching, guys.